Welcome to another discussion by Deleted Wrestle Zone. Alright, this discussion, this is something you and I have talked about recently. Recently, it's still unclear about Marty Scurll, with him leaving ROH, still being speculated he will go to AEW, and there's those who are saying that he might end up in WWE because of his girlfriend. It's still unclear on that matter, what's going on. I mean, this whole thing started ever since Cody, Hammond, the Bucks, and Omega left their respective companies to be part of AEW. I mean, originally, this whole thing was he was supposed to be done by April. Then June, then September. The whole thing is becoming like out there, you know? I mean, what do you think is going on here?
Well, it's probably has a lot to do with them taking so long to figure out their fourth member of Villian Enterprise. And my speculation is that maybe they're not looking for a fourth member. Maybe they're looking for a replacement for Marty. And they don't just want to have any replacement. They want the right replacement.
Yeah, I mean, it wouldn't be the first time we've seen stable factions where sometimes they'll go with the story with they're kicking out the leader. You know, I've seen that with, let's see, in Triple I see that with this group called La Secta Cibernética, where they kicked out their leader and replaced them with another guy. And I can't think of any other factions. I know Bullet Club tried to do the same thing.
Suzuki-gun.
Oh yeah, that too, with Kojima being kicked out of what it was Kojima-gun, now turned Suzuki-gun when Minoru Suzuki appeared and took over. You know, I mean, we have seen situations like this, but I think people are still trying to wrap their heads how this thing is going to play out.
Yeah.
I mean, this is the way I see it. Let's say they did find the fourth member. Let's just go with this thing. Let's say that Marty did find his fourth member that he's been dying to find. And all of a sudden, he plans something behind his back. He goes behind his back, manipulating Brody, PCO, you know, saying, hey, Marty's no longer that guy anymore. You know, he's not bringing Villian Enterprise like it was supposed to be. I say we kick him out.
And then Heyman comes out, and then it says the new leader is Brock Lesnar.
Yeah, I mean, right now we have seen recently with Marty with the recent photos of him with Paul Heyman. It wouldn't be the first time because we have seen him. We know his girlfriend, the Virtuosa, is in NXT. I mean, of course, he needs people all the time. And I'm sure WWE, no doubt in my mind, they have him on their radar. But of course, fans, they don't see him like, oh, he should be in WWE. I mean, do you remember, what was it, a while back, in being the Elite, where whenever since they're having the cease and desist segment, like, they talked to Marty about, it's the same thing what they did with your Umbrella segment, and Marty like, and there's a picture of Jack Gallagher flying off the turnbuckle with, like, acting he's Mary Poppins. I mean, that's something we don't see with Marty.
No.
I mean, Marty only uses it as a weapon, you know, or he does something with to stop his opponents to get to his face. You know, but flying like Mary Poppins, that's the last thing he would do.
He uses it to stop Kanemaru from hitting him with the whiskey.
Oh yeah, we saw that on the Best of the Super Juniors. He even tried to do the same thing with the Rainmaker when he was, because he's saying that he's the rain stopper. But yeah, I mean, like I said, it's still unclear what the situation with Marty is, with the contract, how this whole thing is played out, you know. I mean, I know you would love to see him be with the Elite. You know,
Yeah.
because they're tight. They're like a band of brothers that were formed. You know.
He's still in the intro.
Well, somewhat, like some people say. You know, because if you saw the last one they had, like not the recent one, but the last one, like remember when they had that whole thing where they're like stop Frozen and they introduced that. They took him out of that. I saw like the recent intro before they did the one with the kind of like the video game looking type. Before that they edited like his part out. I think they did it because since he is under contract by Ring of Honor, you know, and I think they want to respect their wishes, you know, because if you're gonna have a company, you know, you don't want to step on anybody's toes,
Right?
You know, that's the last thing these guys would want to do. I know there's been segments on Being the Elite where they mention it. Remember when they went to the C2 something in LA and then you hear Marty's voice? That was pretty classic.
Yes.
You know. But I know he was there because someone actually posted on Twitter him talking to them. You know? I don't know. It's like, of course, you got to stay with the story that he's dead. You know, that he's no longer.
No, he's not dead. All his friends are dead.
Yeah, he's saying everybody in the Elite is dead. I mean, that's what he told Masa and everyone else. You know, but thing is, sooner or later, Marty will go, see them again if it plays out him going to AEW. But, I mean, everybody loves Marty, you know? I mean, you and I are wearing his shirts right now. Right. I mean, I did not anticipate you wearing that.
No, not at all.
I mean, we must be living in some crypto villain universe or something. But yeah, I mean, Marty's an amazing person, you know? Right. I love it how he does a little thing, the chicken wing maneuver, and you know, numpty. I mean, I have to say Marty has done great accomplishments since he's been with the Elite and Bullet Club, of course. And now his accomplishment with Villian Enterprises has been, how do I say, more impressive.
My favorite thing about Marty would have to be the press conference at last year's Best of the Super Juniors when he's explaining to the crowd, and not just the crowd, but the other athletes, that it shouldn't be seen as being a junior, being a stepping stone to becoming a heavyweight. Junior heavyweights should embrace the junior heavyweight title and not necessarily see it as something that they want to transcend.
I mean, he's been IWGP heavyweight junior heavyweight once, right?
Yes.
I mean, that's I think a great accomplishment out of his part. You know, since he participated in the Best of the Super Juniors, 2 years ago?
Last year was his first. This year is his second, I believe.
No, I think it's his
third.
Third, yeah.
Okay.
Because if you remember last year in the Being the Elite, he was hanging out with Flip.
Yeah.
The year before that, it was when he first joined the Bullet Club. And he had to leave right away because he was participating in the Best of the Super Juniors. And
right.
Of course, he won the title. And then he lost it to Will Ospreay in Wrestle Kingdom 12.
Mm-hmm.
I think that's the one.
First time Will's ever beat Marty.
Mm-hmm. Two British men, you know, and from the same country, face off, you know. I mean, of course, we love the British, how they fight, you know.
Oh yeah, British strong style.
Oh yeah, but yeah, I mean, I have to say Marty had. Marty has been the the 6-man Never Open with the Bucks when they were known as the Supervillains.
Mm-hmm.
You know, so basically he had two held titles with New Japan.
With the Bucks and with Hangman and Cody.
Oh yeah, true. But yeah, I mean, I have to say he has done great accomplishments.
No, with Hangman and Cody, it was the ROH 6-man.
Oh yeah.
Correction.
Oh yeah, that too.
Before they rip us apart in the comments.
Oh, yeah. So we still don't know yet what Marty's contract status
Ah.
with Ring of Honor. I don't know if Ring of Honor are interested in keeping him around, because if you recall, the Bucks said in some interview that they felt like they weren't being, how to say, well received by Ring of Honor.
Really?
Yeah, like they never offered them contracts or anything.
Mm.
You know, when their contract was up with them. You know, I don't know if they never took them for value.
Yeah.
You know, because
AJ wanted to take the Bucks with him.
I know. I mean, they are. It's because we all know the Bucks have been a successful tag team.
Oh yeah.
But thing is, I don't know what is Ring of Honor's deal. Like, they haven't said any announcement yet. What their plans with Marty, if they're going to keep him, or they want to keep the stable faction together and replace him with someone. It's still unclear on their part. You know, I mean, I don't know if they're keeping this close to the vest on this one.
Mm.
Because the thing is this, like, you would agree with me that Ring of Honor, yes, they have good talent. There's no denying that. But they don't seem like interesting trying to compete against WWE.
Nah, it's hard to follow. Like, I try to, like, last time I subscribed to Ring of Honor would be the All In.
Oh yeah, but yeah, I mean, it's a sad shame if they don't want to keep Marty in Ring of Honor, then that's gonna be on them. You know,
Definitely.
not on AEW or WWE or MLW or whoever wants to sign him. You know, I mean, they never took him. I don't know if they ever can take him for granted for what he's brought, because I know they've been using him as somewhat of a replacement since the Elite left.
Yeah.
You know, I mean, they have made great numbers.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, he was part of that. And I think the bigger question is, how do you go from this to here? You know?
Well, it probably has something to do with New Japan talent not being really happy with Ring of Honor.
Oh, true. I mean, I don't know how things with Marty is with New Japan. Like, what's his contract with them? I mean, like you said, he's been part of the best of the Super Juniors. But we haven't seen him, like, before the best of the Super Juniors. He was at Wrestle Kingdom.
Yeah.
13.
Opening.
But from then on, we never seen him since then. But I don't know what. I know there have been situations with New Japan talent not happy being with Ring of Honor, and I know many people have talked about this, saying they would love to see New Japan with AEW.
Yeah.
You know, I mean, they seem like the capable company that is willing to, how do I say, expose more of the talent in New Japan.
Well, there has to be something going on, because if you're on New Japan World and you try to watch the War of the Worlds, there's only half of it.
Mm-hmm. I mean, right now, like, we'll keep more tabs on Marty.
Yeah.
On what's going on. So, I feel this is like more of an untold story about Marty's situation. I mean, I know fans are worried about what's going to happen. I mean, is he going to go to AEW, or is WWE going to try to give him a better offer?
Right.
You know, because I know for a fact that they will want to keep him with his girlfriend. You know, I mean, to me, I feel like WWE doesn't have the best environment when it comes to having spouses in the same company, because since what if one leaves and they treat the other one like trash?
Yeah.
You know, that's the one thing that gets on my mind. I mean, look what happened with AJ Lee when Punk left. I mean, they treated her like crap. And now they're worried about Renee Young and Peyton Royce, because both husband and fiance are no longer with the company.
Yeah,
but but if I was Marty, I would think, how to say, not only what's best for yourself, but what's best for her. Because you don't want to cause a friction, you know? Because many wrestlers say it would love to go to WWE because they're believing that's the best place to go. But now we're seeing today it's not anymore.
No.
You know, because there are doors opening in other locations. Like AEW is one of those doors. But we'll keep tabs on Marty. You know, I'm sure many fans are anxious to know what's going on. I mean, Marty is an untold story in his career. I mean, I love Marty. You know, he's one of my favorite wrestlers to watch. You know, not only because he was with Bullet Club and the Elite, because I love his gimmick. You know, his character and everything he does. You know, when he does the breaking of the finger on the ring. I mean, Marty is one of the reasons I started watching more of the Being the Elite. You know, I mean, Kenny is my favorite wrestler, but Marty was like the genesis for me. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But yeah, you know, so we'll keep tabs on Marty, and hopefully everything comes out to light for all of us. So this is the end of this discussion for the status with Villian Enterprises, and I hope something good out of it, or we get good news of what's the current situation with him with Ring of Honor, and hopefully if he goes to AEW, you know. So that's it for this discussion, folks. So we'll see you on the next one.